Welcome in, welcome to the stream. How's it going? How's everybody doing today? If you don't know me yet, my name is Lex. I'm a comfy, chaotic witch VTuber. And today we are finally, after probably something close to a month, playing more Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney. We are on the third game. Justice for All. No, this one's Trials and Tribulations. Which one's the third game? I think this one's Trials and Tribulations. And we are on case 4. We did see the little preview last time we played, which was kind of a while ago now. But this is the one where we get to play as Mia Fey as a rookie attorney. So this is very, very, very exciting. Yeah. I think this is going to be great. And I'm so glad that I can finally play more Ace Attorney. There was a teensy issue stopping me from playing. And that's why it's been so long. And I looked into it, and this looks like it might be a little bit of a shorter case than usual. So there is a possibility that we'll actually finish a case in one stream. You know, instead of like 5 or 6 of them. I can't believe it takes me that long to do a case. I feel silly. Let me take a little sip of my coffee before we get into it. Okay. So good. Caramel flavored. I love coffee. Which is why I'm dressed like coffee. More Ace Attorney also means that we get to see our boy, Gumshoe! I'm so excited. I missed him. I need a himbo! Okay. But without any further ado, let's get into the game! Oh, it's been so long. It's so nice hearing the music again after such a long time, too. I will actually wait before I start anything, though, because ads usually play around the 7-minute mark. So, we're just gonna hang out for a little bit. I always forget. I'm not the best at that. One day I will be a better streamer. I've only been doing this for 2 years now. 2 years, 2 models, and 1 outfit. You would think I would know what I'm doing by this point. I only just got a stream deck this year, so now I feel like a professional streamer a little bit. And I did remember to set it up to clip things this time around. And I just want to say, I really appreciate people clipping things. It means a lot. And it is so helpful. You have no idea. It helps me find where things are in the VOD if I forget to clip it myself. So I can, if I need more than what's in the clip, I can just go to that timestamp in the VOD and highlight things properly. It's really great. So thank you. If it's not too much to ask, please continue to clip things if something funny happens. Or don't. I can't tell you what to do. Let me take one more sip of my coffee. It feels so good to be streaming so consistently again. I know I was kind of inconsistent for a minute there. But now I feel like I'm just really focused. I'm locked in. It's great. And I'm also finally well enough to record things. So keep an eye out for little projects here and there. And like I said at my outfit debut stream, I still do have one more surprise that is on the way. It is almost ready. Sometime next week, possibly. Yes, very soon. Is the ad break over? I think so. Okay. I just wanted to be sure. So now, let's get into the game. I talk a lot. Episode 4, Turnabout Beginnings, Part 1, Trial. And this is a short case. The girl. Let her go. Oh boy. Yeah, we have to watch this part again. I like doing it's like a little preview though. Shut up. Come closer and I'll kill her. Sorry, but you're not going to get the chance. Bang! Pew pew! Oh boy. That didn't look good. I'm so unserious. That word has very recently entered my vocabulary. I'm reading through the file on this case. It was the first case of my longtime mentor, Mia Fey. Fugitive data. Named Terry Falls. Terry Falls. Kidnapping, murdered, sentence, death penalty. After escaping, Falls met with and then murdered Sergeant Valerie Hawthorne. Recaptured on Eagle Mountain about 8 hours ago. It's so funny. Terry Falls. He sure did! Our very first client was... Oh. That was a whole year before Mia and I ever met. Dang. I think I'm so funny sometimes. 6 years earlier, Mia Fey, first trial. Apparently Mia Fey was only an attorney for like 3 years before she died. Which honestly surprised me. February 16th, 9:24 a.m. District Court, Defendant Lobby number 4. Okay. I'm so nervous. I feel like I'm going to die. I never should have accepted this case. Oh. Good morning. Don't be so jumpy, Mia.
I didn't do nothing. I swear I didn't kill nobody.
Terry Falls, my first client. Sentenced to death 5 years ago, and now a prison escapee. Oh boy. Just relax, Mia. Make small talk and try to relax him. This is a wild time for small talk. I don't know. Maybe that's just me. So why did you escape anyway? Oh my gosh. Okay, he's just... Doesn't that hurt his teeth? Why do his eyes look like that? Oh boy. I'm sorry, I'm sorry!
I didn't do nothing. I didn't kill nobody. I never lie. I didn't escape from nowhere.
But... Mr. Falls, the police just recaptured you 2 days ago.
Sorry. I told a little lie.
His eyes are sparkling. Oh. He looks like a sad puppy dog. This is a whole criminal and I'm just like... Let me take a sip of my coffee. Oh boy.
But anyway, I didn't do it. I never killed nobody.
Sorry for asking, but you're on death row, right? I'm really, really sorry.
They sentenced me to die 5 years ago. But I was tricked, I tell you. That woman, she lied in her testimony. That's why I got the death penalty. I swear it, I didn't kill her.
Oh boy. 2 days ago, he escaped from the police wagon when it crashed. Then, about 8 hours later... A policewoman was murdered before the police could recapture him. Yikes. The police believe that Terry Falls did it. After you escaped, did you meet a policewoman?
Yeah, I did. She's the reason I escaped.
So that much is true. He did meet with the victim.
But I didn't kill her. She was alive when I left. She was alive. It's true.
I can trust him, right? I mean, I should. Huh? Oh my god. He looks so different. No way. He looks familiar.
You're not going to figure out the truth just by staring at the guy.
Why are you here?
I came to see how our little kitten was doing all alone in the big scary lion's den.
Excuse me?
I thought maybe you'd like someone to play with.
Where is Mr. Grossberg?
Oh, yeah, him? His hemorrhoids are doing the Harlem Shake.
Oh boy.
That old man is probably still in bed. I bet he's clutching an empty bottle and mumbling in his sleep. Aren't I good enough? After all, it's me, Diego Armando.
I didn't say... So, the finest attorney at Grossberg Law Offices is here for me?
No. You've got it all wrong. Today, you're the finest. After all, I took an amazing amount of guts to take this case. Imagine, an escaped death row convict for a first client.
Yep. That's an interesting one. I think probably because it's her first case, this is the best she could do. Yeah, thanks. I sure wish I could get out of it, though.
Relax, I just heard some good news. The prosecutor for today is fresh out of his diapers as well.
Really? Brand new prosecutor. Okay.
However, unlike a certain somebody who I won't mention, he's earned the reputation as a genius since the beginning of his law career.
Okay. Genius?
Well, it's about time to head in, kitten.
I hate saying that.
Sharpen those claws of yours. It's go time.
Okay. Solitary confinement cell for the condemned must be the world's loneliest place. And that's what my client ran away from. Every other lawyer gave up on him, but not me. Because I'm an idiot. When I saw those overflowing eyes and heard that simple, childlike voice, I just had the feeling he was telling the truth. So Mia had the exact same thought that I did. February 16th, 10 a.m., District Court, courtroom number 4. Okay. Let's see. Whoa! Okay.
Court is now in session for the trial of Terry Falls.
The defense is ready, Your Honor. Hi, Edgeworth. Look at him. He looks so spiffy. Fresh out of the oven. Let me take a sip of my coffee. Okay.
The prosecution has been ready for a while, Your Honor.
He's the exact same.
I understand the lawyers for both sides are newcomers.
Yes, Your Honor. I'm Mia Fey.
Miles Edgeworth, Your Honor. So you're the new prosecutor everyone's talking about, eh? They say you joined the prosecutor's office at quite an early age.
At 20, Your Honor.
I guess her little kitten hasn't earned herself much of a reputation yet, huh?
Come on, Mia. You can't lose. Not to someone younger than you.
Young people running a trial. I'm not too sure how I feel about that. Now then, the defendant in this case is currently a felon on death row. 2 days ago, he escaped from a police wagon. Is that correct?
Precisely.
But the defendant is not on trial for escaping prison. On the day that the defendant escaped, a policewoman was murdered.
So we're here to determine if Mr. Falls was responsible for her death.
You got it.
Okay, this is gonna be an interesting one, I'm sure. It's already shaping up that way.
Well then, Mr. Edgeworth, let's hear your opening statement.
Yes, Your Honor. It was 5 years ago. The defendant, Terry Falls, was sentenced to death in this very court. The girl he threw off the bridge was only 14 years old.
A truly horrible crime. I remember it well. There was no decisive evidence, so the trial was long and protracted.
There was no decisive evidence? Like, the whole time?
Correct.
But in the end, what finally decided the case was a certain witness's testimony. A witness's testimony? Oh boy. The testimony of Detective Valerie Hawthorne, the person who confronted this criminal. She arrested Mr. Falls at the scene and later testified against him. She said she witnessed Mr. Falls throw his young victim into the river. Oh boy! For those who are not aware, Eagle River is well known for its powerful current. Most bodies that fall in are never recovered. So, Miss Hawthorne's testimony was the one that put him away.
That policewoman you just mentioned, that wouldn't be...
Exactly. The victim. The same woman that was killed 2 days ago. Oh boy, it's all connected. Let me take a little sip of my coffee. It's always coffee o'clock. Okay. Police Sergeant Valerie Hawthorne.
Huh, I see. The man who was sentenced to death based on her testimony escaped 2 days ago. Aha! The truth is becoming clear to me now.
Huh?
Yes, yes. It's quite obvious the defendant is guilty, but...
Well, that was fast. Okay, we lost, I guess.
Objection!
Wait a minute, that's not right. At least hear the case before you decide on the outcome, Your Honor.
Watch yourself, Miss Fey. I'm not sure I care for your word choice. Or your tone of voice.
His stupid finger wag. He's always been so overconfident.
Young people these days simply don't know how to respect their elders. Why, you're even younger than me, you hypocrite! Oh boy. Now then, Mr. Edgeworth, please call your first witness. I call the detective. Detective? Is that who I think it is? Is that our boy? Our silly little guy? The himbo? Please let it be him. Please let it be him. I call the detective who is in charge of the initial investigation of this case. Yeah! Gumshoe! Witness, state your name and occupation. Gumshoe, Dick Gumshoe. I'm the homicide detective in charge of the case, sir. I finally got promoted to the detective division half a year ago.
Aww. Yay! He's so proud of his accomplishment.
I don't believe anyone asked you about that.
Mia.
Hey, Mia. Got any idea how much work it takes?
What is it?
You're really gorgeous.
Excuse me?
No, seriously. My heart's aching for you. Detective, pull yourself together and try to be professional. Otherwise, I'll write you up on contempt of... I'll write you up on contempt so quick that something other than your heart will ache. Oh, okay, I got it. Oh boy.
Oh, Gumshoe.
Now, detective, tell us about the incident. Yes, sir. Right away, sir. The victim was Sergeant Valerie Hawthorne, a veteran on the police force. She was stabbed in the back with a knife and died from excessive blood loss. That much is already stated in the autopsy report. The court would like to hear more details about the incident itself. Yes, sir. I gotcha. Okay, let's take a look at the aerial map of the area here.
Dang.
This is a sketch of Dusky Bridge, an old suspension bridge. And the river that runs under there is Eagle River. The victim and the defendant met there, on top of the bridge. After stabbing her in the back, the killer carried the victim back to his car.
I'm at the store right now. Just wanted to say that. Okay. You're getting the milk, right? Thanks for stopping by, Jeff.
He was recaptured at a police checkpoint as he was trying to make his getaway, sir. I see.
This case is so good already. Gumshoe's in it. It makes it a great case. It's just automatically good. Let me take a little sip of my coffee.
Was the victim's blood found on the bridge? The victim, Sergeant Valerie Hawthorne, was wearing a thick coat, sir. Fortunately, no traces of blood were found on the bridge. Mr. Edgeworth, I warn you that I absolutely despise conjecture. If there was no blood on the bridge, then you have no proof they even met there. Your Honor, if you would listen to the testimony we have prepared, I'm sure you'll be convinced. The two of them most certainly did meet on the bridge that day.
That's such a stupid face. I love it. Why does he look like that? He's just like... I'm trying to copy the face. It's not really working. Okay. That's why I'm a voice actress.
Why, Mr. Edgeworth, I'm not sure I like you, wagging your finger at me as though I was some hoser. Detective, proceed with your testimony. Yes, sir.
Here we go, Mia. Hang on.
Okay, now listen carefully. One little mistake, and this guy will drink you for morning tea. Trust me, and get ready.
Summary of the incident. Go Gumshoe! We're supposed to be finding holes in his testimony, but like... He's Gumshoe. I want to trust him.
On the day of the incident, an unknown person phoned the sergeant and asked to meet. Sergeant Hawthorne went to Dusky Bridge at the designated time and met with Mr. Falls. I can't speak. That's where she was brutally murdered, sir. The criminal stuffed her body into his car trunk and tried to make a getaway. Oh boy. Mr. Falls was arrested at a police checkpoint we set up at the base of the mountain. Okay. Huh. Well, you certainly have established the importance of the bridge.
Where's this car now?
Naturally.
This is really interesting.
Now, would the defense please hurry up and proceed with the cross-examination?
Yes, Your Honor. Cross-examination coming right up.
Hey, settle down there. If you keep trembling like that, you're gonna make me spill my coffee.
I'm not trembling. It's just cold in here.
The courtroom can be a cold battlefield, all right. Especially for a beginner.
I don't need you to worry about me. I mean, the defendant, the witness, everyone's a beginner in here. Hi, welcome in. How's it going? How are things? Yes, Ace Attorney Day! Woo!
You got me there. But maybe you should keep your claws out. Show them what you've got.
It's okay, Mia. Stay calm. Just remember those court procedure videos you stayed up all last night watching. Oh, Mia. Summary of the incident. Okay. The incident, an unknown person phoned the sergeant and asked to meet. They didn't figure anything out about that? This unknown person. You have no idea who it might be, right?
Sorry, but I'm afraid I do.
What?
The one who called Sergeant Hawthorne was the defendant, Terry Falls. What? The defendant called her? Sergeant Hawthorne was a very thorough person, sir. She left a note about her phone call with Mr. Falls.
A note?
Yep. Top. I can speak. Top secret memo that she left in her desk.
Victim's note added to the court record.
According to this note, seems the one who called her to the bridge was indeed the defendant, Terry Falls.
Whose bright idea was it to keep that note from me?
Looks like the judge is even more sure of his verdict now. Listen up. Never ask a question if you don't already know the answer.
It's that detective's fault. He's the one that said unknown person.
Hey, no. Don't make that face at me. I just said it that way because the prosecutor told me to.
Okay. Okay, Edgeworth. Was that a trap? With that cute face, I didn't expect him to be so sneaky.
Mia?
Sergeant Hawthorne went to Dusky Bridge at the designated time. Okay. I mean, we know that. That's where she was brutally murdered. I want to know more about this. Mr. Falls had a car, then.
Well, That bridge is way up in the mountains, ma'am. The defendant and the victim both went up there by car. I mean, how else, right? What? You mean the defendant drove his own car? Nope. No, of course not. It was stolen. He stole it from a young couple that had been waiting at a red light. Car thieves. I'm not sure how I feel about car thieves.
What do you mean you're not sure how you feel about car thieves? You're a judge. This is very illegal and, you know, like, objectively not a good thing. But okay. Not sure how to feel about it. Let me take a sip of my coffee. This is ridiculous. Is this guy sure how he feels about anything? Can we have a normal judge for once? Like...
This is a photo of the stolen car's trunk. Naturally, that's the body of Valerie Hawthorne.
She doesn't look very,
stabbed. Whoa, that does look too comfortable.
Of course it's a corpse in a trunk. What do you mean? The victim, she was stabbed in the back, correct? She doesn't look very stabbed to me, but, you know.
Yep. For some reason, men always seem to get stabbed in the back.
We're talking about a woman here.
Can't tell from this photo, but the knife is stuck in her back, nice and firm.
Ah. Okay, well, if the knife is still in there... then maybe that would explain the lack of blood. Otherwise, it would be in a puddle.
The condition of the body when it was discovered is very important information. Detective, was there anything strange or noteworthy in the trunk of the car?
Hi, welcome in. How are things? Welcome, welcome. A photo of the trunk, but I don't see anything strange, do you? Do we have anything? Autopsy report. She died from blood loss. Okay. Well, that's definitely what we need. Okay, fellas. I actually had a concept for a Dogman X Ace Attorney AU. Nice. I love AUs and stuff like that. Okay. She doesn't look like she died from blood loss. Your Honor, what do you think of the witness's statement?
I don't think anything of it. How about you?
I guess I don't think anything of it either.
Then we don't have a problem, but we do have a penalty, but...
It says that she died from blood loss. That doesn't look like she died from blood loss. Especially if the knife is still in there. Okay, let me just press on this then, and then we'll see. What did the defendant have to say about this photo?
What he always says, ma'am. I didn't do it, I didn't do nothing. That's all he says. Nothing. I wouldn't say he did nothing. At the very least, we know he stole a car.
That's what you're concerned about. He's a killer. And he escaped from prison, but worst of all, he's a car thief! Okay.
Just what he always says, Your Honor. And then he always says... sorry. I told a little lie. Or something like that. Well, in any case, it seems he was caught and arrested. Precisely.
No, but there has to be something here, because, I mean... Hang on. Would I need to present the photo? Maybe? Oh, it's 4:30 p.m. at that bridge. Wear a white scarf for identification. Talk to Dahlia. Tell her this time the whole truth must come out. Huh? I feel like we need to present the photo. That is what I am thinking. Okay, we can see the bridge and the river and the car. We're presenting the photo, I think. Your Honor, that statement contradicts this evidence.
I'm sorry, but I think the only thing out of place here is that pointer finger.
Do I need to press on more stuff? Dang it. I have 2 penalties already. This sucks. Okay. Hi, welcome in. How are things? Welcome, welcome. Okay, we'll press on this one as well. That certainly is some impressive police work.
Well, no, actually, it was way too close for comfort. We set up that checkpoint just after 5 p.m. We figured Mr. Falls might just try to run.
What do you mean it was too close for comfort?
The two of them arranged to meet at 4:30 p.m.
And it takes approximately 30 minutes to go from the bridge to the checkpoint. That was kinda close. Any later, Mr. Falls could have slipped right by.
Listen up. There's a big trap waiting for you in that testimony.
Trap?
Walk it into it carelessly, and it'll leave more than just a flesh wound. Fun, huh?
No, it's not.
Well, if you want to have any chance at all, you better get some more information.
Okay. So basically what he's saying is that it's better to press on stuff first and then try to find the contradictions. Unknown person. The designated time. Okay, let's ask about that. A bridge up in the mountains? But why meet there? That's like the... That's like the last place you want to meet someone.
Because it's a very important place to the defendant, that's why. What do you mean by that?
If you remember, 5 years ago, the defendant kidnapped a young girl. He was chased onto a bridge, and it was there that he killed his hostage. And the place where all of this occurred is, of course, Dusky Bridge. Well,
very place where Sergeant Hawthorne arrested and handcuffed Mr. Falls. Returning to the scene of the crime. How nostalgic.
That's where she was brutally murdered. Okay. Let me take a little sip of my coffee. Was the body of the victim discovered right away?
Yep, we were really on the ball. We found the criminal within an hour of the murder. It was great, we even got to say, don't move. We got you surrounded.
Wait a second. Isn't there something weird about that?
The location was a suspension bridge up in the mountains. So how'd they find out about the crime so quickly?
Yeah. Yeah, they already said that she had mentioned it, right? Sergeant Hawthorne must have mentioned the phone call to someone else, right?
If that's what had happened, then she wouldn't have been killed. She never mentioned the phone call for Mr. Falls, but she left a note on her desk about it. Only I'd noticed earlier. Maybe she'd still be alive.
Oh, gumshoe. I wonder why she didn't mention the phone call to anyone else. criminal stuffed her body into his car trunk and tried to make a getaway. Here's a photo of the trunk. I don't see anything strange to you. I feel like that's strange. Does it have something to do with this, then? Oh, if I can get to it. February 14th, 1:21 p.m. Well, it's 4:30 p.m. at that bridge. I've already used this, though. I've done the... Oh no, I've submitted the crime photo and the autopsy report. I haven't submitted the note yet. But I feel like I should save beforehand because I've already messed up a couple times. So I guess we just try presenting that. Let's do that. Boop, 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 boop. Yes. Witness. Oh. They really said ...
What is it? Do you have something to say, Miss Fey?
I'm sorry, I totally forgot what I was going to say. This is the first time I've ever had to actually address someone like that.
You should have practiced before coming to court. Honestly, Miss Fey, I'm not sure I like this.
What is this guy on about? Come on, Mia, shake it off. You're a lawyer. Detective.
Yes, ma'am?
This photo. You said there was nothing peculiar about it. Is that correct?
Yeah, that's what I said.
Well then, I suggest you take another look at the note written by the victim.
Note?
It very clearly says, wear a white scarf for identification. The caller must have forgotten what the victim looked like. Thus this special request.
I
have one very simple question for you, Detective. Where is the white scarf? I can't seem to find it in the photo.
Well, to be honest, we didn't find it in the trunk, ma'am.
And you stopped there? You should have looked for it. Oh boy.
The caller told her to wear it, to identify herself. So, I'd expect she did just that. Well, Mr. Edgeworth, what do you have to say about this?
I see the defense is a little lacking. How rude. That is the Mia Fey you're talking to here. Oh my gosh. So mean. The scarf you were searching so desperately for. Is it this one, perchance? Oop. It's a little dirty.
Where'd you find that, sir?
On Dusky Bridge. I was there first and decided to conduct my own investigation.
Why didn't you tell me?
I made a decision to keep all pieces of evidence in my personal satchel. It is the safest place I know.
That hotshot sure is a flair for the dramatic.
It's not exactly white as the caller requested, but as you can see, it's close enough for what it was intended for.
Looks like it spent some time in the mud.
Not surprising. It was drizzling on the mountain that day. Prosecutor Edgeworth. He was intentionally hiding that scarf the whole time. Dang. Edgeworth is hiding evidence to use as a trap. This is like kind of not good.
The court will accept the scarf into evidence.
Hang on, let me hydrate. Okay. Now, if the attorney for the defense is finished embarrassing herself, I'd like to move on with the testimony. That is all right with you, isn't it, Miss Fey? Boy, would I like to wrap this scarf around his smarmy little neck. Oh boy. Oh, Mia. Very good. Now, if we're done with this mud-covered scarf business... The prosecution moves to establish conclusively, and with hard evidence, that Ms. Hawthorne and Mr. Falls did indeed meet on the bridge that day. Further, we will show exactly what occurred there.
Sounds quite promising. I can't wait to hear all about it.
Everything is moving at his whim. I don't like that he says kid so much. I don't know how to feel about this.
Don't forget, kid. There's a reason why everyone considers this kid a genius.
A genius, huh? Events on Dusky Bridge. I feel like Dusky Bridge is a stupid name for a bridge. Maybe that's just me.
Actually, there's an eyewitness who was there when the incident took place. This photo was accidentally taken by the witness. It shows the Vic wearing the scarf, sir.
Dang. She looks so cool with the scarf and the hat.
It was drizzling that day. Unfortunately, it's a little hard to see what's going on. Anyway, the criminal shoved the victim down from behind and stabbed her in the back. It must have been when the scarf fell off.
Maybe.
Looking at this photo, you really get the sense that this bridge is very high up.
It is about a 40-foot drop from the bridge to the Eagle River down below.
Mr. Edgeworth, who took this photo anyway?
Let's just say it was a well-intentioned third party. You can't just leave it at that. Who was it?
Aha, potential witness. So, why isn't this person in the courtroom? Well, they said they absolutely did not want to testify.
The person in question is very delicate, Your Honor. Besides, as long as we have this photo, we see no reason to compel them to testify.
I'm not sure how I feel about that.
He keeps saying that. Witness's photo added to the court record. So, as you can see, Terry Falls had both the motive and the opportunity. I think it's quite clear at this point what happened on that bridge.
Aha! The truth is becoming clear to me now.
Can we have one normal judge for once, please? Huh?
Yes, it's quite obvious. He's clearly guilty.
Stop it. That's the second time today. Not again. That's not fair. I haven't even done my cross-examination yet. What do you mean? I'm sorry. Okay. There's an eyewitness who was there. Can you tell me a little bit more, please? Who is this eyewitness?
She's a college student.
A female college student?
That's right. Meaning she's female and a college student.
What does that have to do with anything? Okay?
She doesn't do well in front of other people, so I came to testify for her.
Maybe so, but as the attorney for the defense, I have the right to cross-examine her. For the time being, we're not relying on the witness's statements, that is all. What's that supposed to mean? What's that supposed to mean? The prosecution has other, more decisive evidence. Our case doesn't rest on a vague testimony of a female college student, but... Why does it matter?
A female college student.
What's wrong with these guys? Like...
It means she's female and a college student, sir. If you absolutely must hear her testimony, you'll have to give us a good reason why. Please tell us about the more decisive evidence in question.
This photo was accidentally taken by the witness. Okay, cool. She's wearing the scarf. Got it.
The victim is wearing a scarf in that photo, all right. So, about the witness who took this photo. What was this person doing all the way in the mountains? She was taking photos of wildflowers, apparently. There are many unusual types of flora on that mountain, Miss Fey. People in the area say it's because of the spirits that live there. This is spirits, now that you mention it. This photo. This cloudy fog-like thing. Is it a ghost? I don't believe it. No, Your Honor. No, I don't think it's a ghost.
Let's get you to bed, Grandpa. Let me take a sip of my coffee. Okay. It was drizzling that day. It's a little hard to see what's going on. Okay. Let's see.
Drizzling, huh? That's right. There was a light rain coming down. The whole place was dreary. But not as dreary as the mood that's in this courtroom right now.
Haha.
Looks like a cold front just moved in.
Oh, gumshoe.
In any case, the point is that the area was quite damp. There was even some fog. I even slipped and fell when I was on the bridge. It was really something.
I'm sure it was. The criminal shoved the victim down from behind and stabbed her in the back. Okay.
Is that part of the witness's testimony as well? Of course it is. He pushed the victim hard in the back and she fell down right on her stomach. I remember that happening once myself. It was really brutal.
Huh? What? Huh?
Are you talking about seeing someone get pushed, or were you the one getting pushed? Or does it mean that you pushed someone down like that once? With his mind-boggling tales and the way he said brutal, I wonder if he's Canadian. Okay. Huh. Save your nasty look for the right person. Huh? Take a look. Poor baby. The court record seems to have wet itself. Hey, watch where you spill your coffee! The court record, huh? Spin when the scarf fell off.
Okay. You've got the scarf. You've got the witness's photo. Photo of the trunk. We got a lot of stuff here. Let's press on this one. I mean, that's all we have left to do, really. Might as well.
So in other words, there was a struggle between the criminal and the victim, huh? That's what the witness said. Well, looks like she didn't remember about the scarf. But from what she said, it sounded like a pretty violent fight, man. The area was wet from rain.
The bridge was probably wet too, which would explain why the scarf was all covered in mud, but there's something about this testimony that's still bothering me.
Talk about a surprise. I had no idea there was a photo.
So what do I do?
You really still believe him? Mr. Crybaby, I mean.
Of course I do.
So, the little kitten believes in fairy tales, huh? In that case, the answer is obvious. If what you believe is the truth, then that means that somewhere hidden in that testimony is a contradiction. One huge contradiction waiting to be discovered. That's your chance.
Okay. So now we gotta figure that out. I don't think that photo's that important here. It's a little hard to see what's going on, but we can very clearly see what's going on in this photo. I'm a little confused by that. Because we can see both of them and we can see the bridge, like, perfectly. So, that's odd. Criminal shoved the victim down from behind. That's odd. Hang on. Because they're face to face here. She wouldn't be able to be... Okay. Yeah. Oh. Dang it. I should have saved first. I always screw this up. I messed it up. I'm right, though. I hate this. Okay. That's impossible. I'm so confused, because... Okay, I don't know what to do now. I must. What else do we have? Like, nothing? She's wearing the scarf. That's impossible. It's impossible for him to have been behind her because they're face to face in this photo. But that doesn't seem to work, so I'm a little confused. I'm not sure what to do now. Huh. I don't think this is supposed to be this difficult. I think I just suck at this a little bit. Okay. Let's look at the rest of our stuff. Profiles? We got him, we got... Okay. Well, that's not gonna help us at all. I'm really lost. Died from blood loss between 4 and 5 p.m. She couldn't have died from blood loss either if the knife was still in her and she was very much dead with the knife still in her and like no blood in the trunk of the car. Like everything is wrong with this case. Everything imaginable. I don't know. Found on Dusky Bridge. Okay. Must have been when the scarf fell off. No, that's ridiculous. I don't get it. I don't know what I'm doing. There's an eyewitness who was there. The photo was accidentally taken by the witness. How do you take it by accident? That's weird. There's nothing wrong with this map. I don't get it. Okay. Unfortunately, it's allowed to see what was going on. That doesn't mean anything. That's ridiculous. Is that part of the witness's testimony? Of course it is. He pushed the victim hard in the back and she fell down right on her stomach. That's impossible. I don't... I'm not sure what else it could be. I'm like completely lost on this one. This is... Court record, huh? What does that mean? What do you mean? She would also have mud on her clothes if that were the case, right? If she were pushed onto her stomach, she would have mud on her clothes, but she doesn't. That's the only other thing I can think of, but I highly doubt that's what it is. I don't know. Would it be this? I mean, I'll have to save first. Hang on. That's all I can think about, really. Okay. Really? No, that's ridiculous. My idea was better. So at the time of the crime, there was a light drizzle coming down, correct? Yeah, and fog too. Just a generally soggy atmosphere. Well, I have evidence that doesn't go with the soggy atmosphere.
This is a photo of the victim's body that was found in the car trunk.
Considering the conditions at the scene of the crime, something isn't right. Yeah, Phoenix isn't here. How can it be right? Let me take a sip of my coffee.
Well, by all means, please enlighten us as to what isn't right.
What about this photo of the trunk that doesn't fit with the... Okay. Her coat! Naturally, the answer is right here.
The victim's coat? As far as I can see, there's nothing strange about it.
That is exactly what's strange. Recall the testimony. What were the conditions on the bridge that day? It was drizzling and foggy. Dusky Bridge was all wet. If the victim really had fallen down on her stomach on top of the bridge, then the front of her coat should have been covered in mud. Okay, but that photo of them standing face to face is literally already proof enough. That should have worked.
That's exactly right. The other day I fell in a muddy street and my gorgeous playoff beard was befouled.
This guy's ridiculous.
I do admit that the crime scene was quite wet that day. However, that doesn't mean the top of the bridge itself was muddy. If Your Honor had fallen in the shower instead of on a muddy street, your glorious hockey beard, pride of the legal league, would be wet but not muddy. Edgeworth? Fortunately, I have yet to test that. Still, your point is well taken. Can you prove that the surface of the bridge was muddy that day? The surface of the bridge, huh? Well, the scarf got muddy. A real man wouldn't stand for a taunt like this. Neither would a real woman. Of course I can. Here's the evidence. The scarf? It has to be the scarf, obviously. If I'm wrong, I'm gonna be sad. Okay. The evidence is the scarf. Oh. It should be obvious. If the scarf fell onto the bridge and got this muddy, it means the bridge was obviously covered in mud. No, I can't. This is not worth. Dang. Okay. Ms. Fey's assertion makes perfect sense to me. I do admit there appears to be a contradiction between the condition of the victim's coat and her scarf. However, the real question is, why is there a contradiction? For every contradiction, there exists an explanation. Let's look at what the explanation in this case may be, shall we? Look at this guy. Seriously. Alright. It's not like he's really giving me a choice here. You're doing pretty well. For a little kid. I hate that. No matter what he says, a contradiction always comes down to a lie. It's either the victim discovered in the trunk, the witness's photo showing the defendant and the victim, or the witness's testimony that stated she saw the moment of the murder. Relax and think it over. It's pretty simple, isn't it? False evidence is one of those three. I still think the photograph has a lot to do with it. But... I don't know, because if the witness's testimony... If Gumshoe is just repeating the testimony that the witness gave him, then the testimony would have to be wrong because it doesn't match up with the photo. Either photo. What you said just now, I'm not sure I like that. That wasn't me, Your Honor. It was that coffee aficionado over here that said it. This court is not in the habit of accepting false evidence, you know. Blame it on him, Your Honor. He's the one trying to slip false evidence into court. We won't let him. We'll expose his evidence as the flimsy scam it really is. Yes. The false evidence in this case is... the testimony, I think. Probably. This is why I saved first. I always mess this stuff up.
It is a no-brainer. Obviously, it's the witness that's suspicious. During his earlier testimony, the detective pointed out a crucial fact. The criminal shoved the victim down from behind and stabbed her in the back. Now, is that testimony exactly what the witness claims to have seen? Yep, that's what the witness told us. Right. Why does she do that thing with her hair? She's so funny. I see where Phoenix gets a lot of his things that he does in court from. That testimony is filled with holes. After all, the victim's coat isn't dirty at all.
That's true. It's not just true, it's the truth. There was truly decisive witness in this case. I'm certain that boy Wonder over there would have called them in the first place.
Your Honor, the defense requests to cross-examine the eyewitness. I can't speak. The testimony presented so far is not only vague, but contradictory as well. Let me drink my coffee.
Well, Mr. Edgeworth, it appears we'll need to hear from your mystery witness after all.
You should brace yourself for the brutal truth. Huh? Your Honor, the prosecution has no intention of hiding the witness from the court. We are prepared to present our witness at any time.
Very well. Please bring forth your witness at this time.
Oh boy! Let's see. Let's see who it is. Should I be scared? What Mr. Edgeworth said kind of worries me. What does he mean by the brutal truth? That could mean a lot of things.
Now let's proceed with the testimony. Or does the judge say, I'm not sure how I feel about that.
Thank you, Your Honor. The prosecution summons the woman who saw the events that day with her very own eyes. This is it, Mia. The battle begins here. It's hard to believe this is Mia's first case. I mean, okay. But like, witness, what is your name and occupation? Huh. Okay. She looks familiar. Why is she here? Everyone is so silent, I can hear their hearts going pitter-patter.
Oh. When I look at you, how can I put it?
You look as scrumptious as a dozen donuts. Oh my gosh. Okay. Hey, not so fast. As I said before, this witness is very sensitive and delicate. I would ask the court to please exercise care when addressing her.
Yes, indeed. Thank you, Mr. Edgeworth. You are a true gentleman. Miss Fey, you could learn a lot from this man.
If he's such a gentleman, he sure doesn't act like one to me. Sir?
Yes?
This is my first time, so I'm sure I'll make a lot of mistakes. Anyway, I just want to say I'm sorry for all the trouble I might cause.
Not at all. It's no trouble at all.
Now then, may we please have your name and occupation? My name is, Melissa Foster. Right. Okay. Melissa Foster. If that is your real name. Where were you on the night of the murder? I'm a college student, a freshman in the literature department.
You were on the scene when the unfortunate event occurred, correct?
And you were the one who took this photo. Is that accurate? How can you be so mean?
Now see here. What are you doing shoving that in her face like that?
Huh? But it's just a photograph. It's not like it's something dangerous.
Next time I'll be forced to penalize you.
Uh-oh. I don't like the turn this is taken. Is she staring at me? And you would be...
Huh? I'm the defense attorney. My name is Mia Fey.
I see. So you are...
Now then, young lady, could you please give us your testimony?
Yes, Your Honor. I'll do my best. Let me take a sip of my coffee. The witness's photograph. I was using my camera to take some pictures of wildflowers. Then I noticed there were two people standing up on the suspension bridge. Suddenly, they just started fighting. That's when I hurried and took the photo that shows the crucial moment. And right after that, I called the police.
By the way, where were you standing when the incident occurred? I believe the map would be of help here.
I was standing right over here. I was standing in a beautiful field surrounded by tall cliffs.
So you took the photo from that location, right?
I brought the camera I was using at the time, just like Mr. Edward asked me to.
Oh, what a cute camera. Just like its owner.
Can this guy be serious for like...
All right then, Miss Fey. It's time for your cross-examination. But I warn you, make the witness cry again, and you'll feel the wrath of my gavel.
Okay. Using my camera to take some pictures of wildflowers. Right, okay, and you got some pictures of not wildflowers.
Did you say wildflowers?
Yes, the mountain is famous for its beautiful spring wildflowers.
But it's only February.
Well, I couldn't wait for spring to come.
Oh, I know just how you feel. It's just like when I first started growing this glorious beard of mine. I just couldn't wait, so I wore a dyed blonde Santa beard until mine grew in
I can't speak until mine grew in properly. Oh my gosh. Lex can speak.
Would you mind if we got back to the facts of the case, Your Honor?
Let me take a sip of my coffee. Why does every Ace Attorney case have to get just so weird? I'm just like completely thrown off now. I noticed there were two people standing up on the suspension bridge. I don't think we even need to press on that. I mean... Well, but you're not really... She wasn't even supposed to be able to see because it was kind of like a foggy day. But obviously that's not true because the camera caught everything. Was there anything strange about the two of them? It looked like they were having a really serious conversation. So, I decided to watch them. Okay.
No, not at all. Everyone was like that. I love watching other people fight too. In fact, I can't get enough of it. What?
This guy.
Actually, it's why I took this job in the first place.
That doesn't surprise me one bit. Too much info, Your Honor.
In any case, it's perfectly natural for you to have kept watching them. Especially dressed as they were.
Well, anyway, I was watching them very closely. They just started fighting! Whoa! Do you have any idea what they were fighting about? No, I have no idea. Why do you ask that? Oh, I just thought maybe you had overheard what they said. Why is she crying again? We just asked her a normal question. I would never eavesdrop. I've got more class than that.
That's right, Miss Fey. Don't drag the witness down to your level.
Wow. Okay. That's when I hurried and took the photo that shows the crucial moment. Why did you take a photo? Well, the two of them were really going at it. Ever since I was a little girl, I always wanted to be a news reporter. I guess that part of me just kind of took over.
Smells like a lie to me. Yes, I understand completely. Even now, I can't completely abandon my boyhood dreams. I still use my grandson to test my comedy routines on. I love that.
So we wanted to be a comedian, huh? Not that it has any bearing on this. All I could do was use my camera. So I took the photo of the crucial moment and gave it to the police. Okay. Right after that, I called the police. I feel like it's not that one. Because obviously she did call the police, otherwise someone would say something like, no, you didn't call the police, you know? Obviously she called the police. Okay. I feel like it's something about this. I feel like this is it, probably. Maybe. The crucial moment, huh? Okay. But the photo we have here doesn't actually line up with her testimony. So I feel like that's gotta be it, but we're gonna save. We're gonna save. But I'm almost certain that's what this is, because that's what I was trying to do earlier, but the game wouldn't let me do that just yet. This photo shows something way different. They don't even look like they're fighting at all here. Witness, when you said you took a photo of the crucial moment, is this what you meant? Woof woof. Sorry about that. All I can see in this photo are two people facing each other. You testified that you saw the two of them starting to fight. Normally, that's the kind of thing we would refer to as a crucial moment. Why haven't you presented a photo like that? Well, you see... The photo we presented was the only one there was. But if you really wanted to capture the crucial moment, then what happened next? You must have taken a photo of it.
My apologies, young lady. But Miss Fey's assertion is not without a certain amount of merit.
He can certainly downplay a situation, can't he? I'm sorry. I used it all up. The film, I mean.
You ran out of film?
We have that camera. If there's film in there... We have the camera, right? So if we take out the camera and there's any amount of film, I'm gonna be so... Okay. What? Unfortunately, that is the truth. I personally examined all of the photographs you took that day. Oh, okay. All the other photos are of the witness herself, playing among the wildflowers. The witness herself? Then who took the photos? Well, you see, my camera has a timer feature built into it. So you took photos of yourself?
I remember taking some photos of myself once too.
Please, no details.
Seems that Miss Fey's assertion was not so decisive after all.
Wait, just a minute.
Well, if she had no film left, she couldn't very well take more pictures, eh?
Ms. Foster, perhaps then you could tell us about a different sort of photo. Photos of the incident that you took with your very own eyes. Such a loser thing to say. Mr. Edgeworth, you're quite the poet.
Very well then. Let's get back to the cross-examination. Let's hear your thoughts on the fight that you witnessed.
Yes, Mr. Judge. Boy, this guy really is a sucker for sweet talk.
Looks like the other kitten in the room is one that's getting all the attention.
It's sickening. Using my camera to take some pictures of wildflowers. Okay. I noticed there were two people. They started fighting. The victim turned around and tried to run away. She only got about 10 yards before she was stabbed. Okay. That still can't be possible though, because the coat wasn't dirty. We've already... We've already established this. She doesn't know that because she just got here, but like... The victim turned around and tried to run away. Okay, let's press on that. The victim. Why do you think she tried to run away? With her police training, she certainly knew better than to turn her back on a criminal. This was a large, powerful man with a knife. If it had been a quaggy woman like you, I'm sure she would have acted differently. Okay. Okay. What?
If it had been me, I probably would have jumped into the river.
There's still something wrong with this testimony. But we got about 10 yards. Wait a minute. The bridge is broken. She can't run that far. Why would she run? She can't run on the bridge. Is that it? I feel like that's it. Because the bridge is broken. Yeah. I hope that's it. I'm gonna be really upset if it's not. Okay, well that's an exaggeration, but Witness, your testimony is a joke.
She's real sick of her.
Huh? What? But I just...
Miss Fey, I thought I warned you not to make this witness cry.
One short testimony and two bad contradictions. There's no possible excuse.
You say there were 2 contradictions?
It's simple. Just take a look at the diagram of the area. According to her testimony, the 2 of them were in the middle of the bridge. If they were, and the victim had turned around and tried to run, well then...
She would have hit a dead end.
You said 10 yards, but she couldn't have ran even 5. Because Dusky Bridge is collapsed on that side. Dang.
What does all this mean?
It's very simple, Your Honor. This charming little witness told a charming little lie. That's all there is to it.
This beautiful young lady has been lying to the court.
Just a moment, Your Honor. Mr. Edgeworth. Your Honor, allow me to personally apologize for the confusion. Sorry about the puppies. They sure are dogs.
What do you mean?
There's one major mistake in this diagram. What'd you say?
What are you referring to?
It's all because this diagram was made after the incident occurred. It's a very old bridge. We couldn't find any official blueprints of it. Let me take a sip of my coffee. Coffee time!
So you're saying...
I'm saying that even though this bridge is currently in disrepair, there's no evidence that can prove the bridge was broken during the incident. That's ridiculous. You can't actually tell the condition of the bridge from this photo. I apologize to the court for not being more clear when I presented the evidence. No, that's ridiculous.
That guy's good.
Huh? What do you mean?
He planned it from the beginning. He's a genius, all right. That diagram of the bridge was his insurance policy.
What? That coward!
Well, Miss Fey, it seems you once again made a reckless accusation.
Dang. No. No. I'm so sorry. I should have been more careful myself.
No, it wasn't your fault at all.
Now then, shall we go on with the trial? I'd like to establish once and for all what it was that the witness actually saw.
Indeed. All right, young lady. May I ask you to please proceed with your testimony?
But it's so hard to go on.
We're all on your side, Miss Foster. There's no need to worry. Just tell us what you saw.
Yes, sir. Running from the crime. Okay. Woof. After he stabbed her in the back, he quickly picked her up in his arms. Then he carried her over to the car. I suppose that was the only way he could make sure the body stayed hidden. He couldn't just leave the body on top of the bridge. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm only supposed to talk about what I saw.
Witnessing such violence must have been difficult.
Yes, sir. I'm still shaken up.
If he accepts his testimony as it is, we're finished.
Don't say that.
Oh, well, maybe I'll stop off at my favorite cafe on the way home. They make a really great mocha latte.
This trial isn't over yet.
That's what I like to hear. All right, Miss Fey, your cross-examination, if you please.
The contradiction is staring you right in the face, Mia. Go on the attack. Running from the crime. Okay. After he stabbed her in the back, he quickly picked her up in his arms. Okay. Then he carried her over to the car. That was the only way you could make sure the body stayed hidden. Oh my gosh. So loud. I'm so sorry. Okay. But they were right over a river. If we're thinking about what was said earlier, if we think back to the other case, that bridge is right over a river and the currents are so strong that a lot of the bodies are never found. So, wouldn't that be the easiest way? Maybe the map?
Objection!
Oh. I did it! A killer not wanting his victim to be found. I can understand that. However, the idea of moving the body for that purpose is clearly odd. There was a much easier way to make sure the body wasn't found. ...
Well, what is it?
Take another look at the map of the area and you'll see how. There's a river right below the bridge. Earlier, Mr. Edgeworth pointed out something interesting about the river. Very interesting. For those who are not aware, Eagle River is well known for its powerful current. Most bodies that fall in are never recovered. In the kidnapping case 5 years ago, the victim's body was carried away and never found. Oh boy! If 10 murders were to occur at the same spot above the Eagle River, you can bet your boots that every other killer would have tossed the body in the water. That is really odd.
Order, order, order! I'm not sure if I care for the way you put that, Miss Fey. But I must admit, it does seem odd not to have thrown the body into the river.
It is. Ooh.
Well, Mr. Edgeworth?
How sad. Perhaps Miss Fey would do well to try taking a dip in the river herself. Dang, okay. Rude. After all, you claim to be such an expert in the ways of nature. What are you talking about? My point is that no matter how odd you may find the killer's method of the body disposal, the fact is that this is what the killer did. None of your arguments have anything to do with what the witness saw.
Quite true. Miss Fey, it seems your assertion is without merit after all.
Objection! But what the witness claims to have seen is totally ridiculous. Surely you can't deny that the body was found in the trunk of the car.
It's certainly consistent with what the witness has told us.
Please, witness, go on with your testimony. I'll try. All you have to do is tell us only what you saw. Otherwise, the mean lady might yell at you again. Edgeworth. Who is he talking about? What mean lady? All right, I'll do my best. After he stabbed her in the back, he quickly picked her up in his arms, then he carried her over to the car. Okay. This is... The killer broke into the trunk of the stolen car. That does check out because the trunk looks pretty beaten up, actually. The Wait. Wait a minute. She went and watched him put the body in the car? Okay, wait. I would be a terrible attorney. That took me so long. Let me press on that. What did the man do then?
Well, naturally, he got in the car and was about to flee. That's when I came to my senses. I said to myself, you have to call the police.
And so that's when you called the police? You're sure you saw all that with your own eyes?
Yes, I'm 100% certain.
You couldn't just leave the body on top of the bridge. Yeah, you could have thrown it off. Why do you say that? It's already a broken down bridge hidden away in the mountains. Doing anything more to hide the corpse would be going overboard, wouldn't it?
Yes, but that mountain is famous among hikers. A surprising number of people go up there.
But it's February, right? And it was raining that day, correct?
There is also a small temple and a channeling dojo there. You know those monks, they just love cold, isolated places.
I think the witness is trying to say that the corpse could have been found at any time. Besides, the witness is merely reporting what she had witnessed with her own eyes. I'm only supposed to talk about what I saw. Yeah. And you're absolutely certain it was my client who was carrying the body?
Well, he was wearing a prisoner's uniform, but as for his face...
You're saying you didn't get a clear look at his face?
Well, they were far away and it was raining as well.
But you followed him all the way to the car if you were able to see the car, because the car would be too far away, right?
I thought I was only supposed to say exactly what I saw.
Excellent, you're a remarkably honest young woman.
Something about this testimony is bothering me, but what?
Hey, have you put salt in your coffee?
No, why would I?
Why not?
Huh?
It may actually go better with coffee than sugar, right? Listen, my point is, if you're not sure, you might as well add a ton of salt to it. It might bring out the rest in something. Like a piece of evidence.
He's right, Mia. Go present something. You've got nothing to lose.
By the way, I wouldn't put salt in my coffee. The two don't go well, after all.
This guy.
Hi, welcome in. How's it going? How are things?
Welcome, welcome. Let me take a sip of my coffee. This makes me want coffee. Okay. Something's not right here, and I can't figure out what. I feel like it has to be the map or something, because how would... Like, she went over there to watch him break into the car? Because look at the map. She was over by where it says Eagle River, like standing right next to on that piece of land there. And the car is like all the way over there. Right? So,
It doesn't make any sense.
just stopping by. I appreciate it. Thank you. Let me put a save here. We're getting somewhere. Very serious stuff. Okay. Now let's try this. Well, Miss Foster, it looks like you've done it this time.
Done what?
Made a crucial mistake.
A crucial mistake? Like what, Miss Fey?
The killer broke into the trunk of the stolen car and hid the body in there. You're saying you saw that, right? With your very own eyes?
Yes, and...
It's simple, Miss Foster. Take a look at the diagram. The place you claim to have taken the photo from that day is here. Do you see what I mean? Even if you tried to see the car, I can speak. This outcropping of rock is directly in the way.
Ah,
That's right, Miss Foster. From where you were standing, you could not have possibly seen the killer's car. Oh boy. I admit the diagram shows a large outcropping of rock. However, it isn't so tall that it would stop her from seeing the car.
that's right. It's not high at all. I was able to see his car just fine.
I'm so sorry, but that just doesn't wash. I believe it was the witness who presented this as evidence to the court, yes? This is the location that the photo was taken from. Ooh, it's getting really good. Your own photo tells the whole story. You can clearly see the left side of the bridge. But the outcropping that is being referred to is really more like a cliff.
Ah!
Your view should have been completely cut off by the cliff. But still, you claim to have been able to see the killer's car.
No!
Order! Order in the court. What is the meaning of this?
What? Okay. Your Honor, don't jump to any hasty conclusions. The fact that the escapee fled in a stolen car was reported on the news. I can't speak. Oh my gosh. There comes a time about an hour and a half into the stream where I start to just like not be able to speak at all. After witnessing a murder, I'm sure you can appreciate that the witness was very upset. She must have heard about the stolen car and convinced herself that she saw it. No? Edgeworth. This is ridiculous. This is so silly. Objection! But she was repeatedly warned before starting her testimony. She was told to testify only about what she saw with her own eyes.
Oh.
Mr. Judge?
What is it?
I think I must have remembered things wrong.
Yeah, right. Hey, wait a minute. You can't just say that. This girl is a liar. Miss Fey, no one on the face of the planet is perfect.
Yes, indeed. Quite true. You know what they say. To err is human, to forgive, divine. I'm inclined to give the benefit of the doubt to our witness here.
What? That's not fair.
Save the tears for later, Kin.
This guy. I am so done with this case. They're so ridiculous.
Don't look back until the trial's over. Now's the time to go forward.
But that wasn't fair.
Okay, you need to relax. Then you need to remember.
Testimony. Why does he say it like that?
The killer broke into the trunk of the stolen car and hid the body in there.
So tell me, how did you know that? How did she know that he broke into the trunk?
Aha.
Well, Miss Foster, until you can explain how you knew that, you're going to have a lot of very suspicious people on this side of the courtroom. Well, witness?
Well, I'm certain that he broke into the trunk because there were marks left on the trunk lid. I'm certain they were scratch marks from when he broke into it.
Butterflies just casually around her in the car. Seriously. How'd they get in here?
What? Let me see that photo.
Yeah. I pointed that out forever ago.
It's true, these certainly look like scratch marks from the keyhole. It's obvious this trunk has been broken open.
No way.
Well, Miss Fey, are you satisfied?
The judge is on her side. I can't make any mistakes here. What she just said, is there a contradiction in there somewhere? It doesn't work. This is ridiculous. It simply does not work. I can't. Can I save here? Okay. Let me save. Boop. Melissa Foster, it looks like you finally betrayed yourself.
What?
You said you were in a field taking photos of wildflowers. But even so, you knew about the scratches. The question is when? When did you get a chance to see those scratches? Yeah, seriously. Someone's a liar! Finally, I finally got her.
I'm getting pretty tired of waiting over here.
Then perhaps it would be faster if Miss Fey explained herself. Your Honor, there's only one possible explanation. The reason the witness had seen the scratches was... Ooh, okay. I think this is the correct answer. She put the corpse in herself. This is what we're going with, right? There's only one way the witness had the chance to see those scratches.
Yes? What is it?
Naturally. When she opened the trunk and stuffed the corpse in herself. Oh boy. The person who really hid the body in the trunk of that car was... Melissa Foster. It was you that did it, wasn't it?
That's ridiculous. I could never. It was the man in the prison garb. He's the one that...
I don't think so, Miss Foster. If Mr. Falls had been the one that put the corpse in the trunk, he would have simply used the car key. There was no need to break it open.
But he stole the car.
He stole it from a young couple that had been waiting at a red light. Which means the key would have still been in the ignition.
Oh, I see.
Thank you for telling us about the scratches, Miss Foster. Without that, we never would have uncovered the truth. That it couldn't have been Mr. Falls that put the body in the trunk. No! Preposterous! To even suggest that the witness put the body in there. If that were true, then how do you explain the photo that she took? The corpse could have only been put in the trunk when the incident occurred. And we already know that at the time she was taking photographs. Okay. Now's your chance, Mia. Now's your chance to be a big shot. Be a big shot. finish this thing. Sorry. Now's your chance to Mia big shot. On the contrary, I'm not so certain about that anymore, Mr. Edgeworth. There's no need to think too deeply about it. What I'm saying is the shutter for this may not have been pushed by Miss Foster herself. Oh, well, it has a timer function. Duh. Let me hydrate. I'm a little bit dehydrated from all this game. Okay. Much better. Let's take another look at the camera and see what features it has, shall we? It has a timer built into it, even a mini tripod. Why, it's almost as if she had brought this camera just to take this picture. Interesting. What are you trying to say then, Miss Fey? When the crime occurred, Miss Foster wasn't in the field as she claimed? Well, if she really did use the camera as auto timer, then the answer is yes, she was somewhere else. Exactly. She was not in the field.
Would the defense please explain further? Listen, this is a crucial point. Where was Miss Foster when the incident occurred? In answering that question, we'll also make clear Miss Foster's true identity.
Her true identity, huh?
Well then, please answer the question. Where was Melissa Foster when the incident on the bridge occurred?
She would have to... Well... She would have... Actually, this is difficult. Huh. I want to say it was over where the car is, but that wouldn't make any sense because in which case she would have... Unless... No, that's too out there. We don't have any evidence pointing towards that. So far. I don't know, this one's tricky. I guess it's worth a shot. Naturally, the witness was right here. Wait. Really? Okay. Sure.
But that's where the victim, Miss Hawthorne, was standing. Order! 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 Miss Fey, what on earth?
Your Honor, if I may. After parting with the victim on the bridge, the defendant fled by car. But this would mean there was no time to put the victim in the trunk. In other words, if someone put the body in the trunk, it could only have been before the defendant met the victim. That... What?
How asinine. Of course Mr. Falls met with the victim.
The only person with the opportunity to put the victim in the trunk is the same man that killed her, Harry Falls. You still don't understand, do you, Mr. Edgeworth? By the time the witness's photo was taken, the victim was already dead. The person in the photo was not Valerie Hawthorne. What? I've never heard anything more ridiculous in my entire life. Then who exactly is the victim in this photo? It's obvious, isn't it? It's your own witness. Okay. What? It's the only possible explanation. The woman that Mr. Falls met on the bridge that day was not Valerie Hawthorne. It was you, Melissa Foster.
Me?
Let's remember that it was raining and foggy on the mountain that day. Mr. Falls himself believed the woman in front of him was Valerie Hawthorne. Oh. Huh. But the defendant knew Valerie Hawthorne very well. After all, she was the woman whose testimony helped get him convicted. But since then, my client has spent 5 hard years in a federal penitentiary. He couldn't remember exactly what she looked like anymore. You are just making this up as you go along. Where is your proof? I've got it all right here. This piece of evidence will blow this case wide open. At the time of the incident, Mr. Falls had forgotten what Valerie Hawthorne looked like. Okay. Oh, the scarf. Wait. Okay. The scarf. I think. That's the only thing that makes sense because, you know, he asked for her to wear the scarf. Mr. Falls had forgotten the victim's face. That's why he needed some piece of identification. Namely, this muddy scarf. It was Mr. Falls who requested that she wear the scarf to identify herself. That's already been proven by the note the victim left. ... In other words, as long as you were wearing a scarf like he asked, anyone could pretend to be Valerie Hawthorne. Well, what do you have to say to that, Melissa Foster?
No!
Well. Huh. Where's Miss Foster? She's collecting herself in the lobby. It's obvious that Melissa Foster did it. She hid the body in her trunk and disguised herself as the victim. She set up a camera to snap a fake photo of them together. You take the floor? The only question is, why did she do it? Well, isn't that obvious? She's the real culprit. Well, we'll have to wait for Miss Foster to compose herself before we start again. Until then, this court is in recess. The defense and the prosecution are both to wait in their respective lobbies. Yes, Your Honor. Understood. Very well, this court is in recess.
Yay! I'm gonna go on the swings.
To be continued.
Okay.
So, remember when I said I was gonna try to finish this in one stream? Yeah, that was a lie. I thought it was gonna be faster than this, but we're 2 hours in and we've only finished the first half of the case. So, assuming that the parts are equal in length, then I think this might actually be a good place to end off. Let's see if it'll let me exit out of here. Okay. But that was so much fun! I take a really long time when I play this game. Okay. Thank you so much for coming to this stream. I had a lot of fun today. This case is really intense. This case is so... It's pretty out there. But I had a lot of fun. But thank you so much for being here. I hope everyone had as much fun as I did. I hope you have a great rest of your day, night, etc. I hope to see you all again very, very soon. Yes. We're definitely gonna have to play more next week. Tomorrow is supposed to be Small Game Sunday, I think, and I still have not figured out what we're playing yet. Because I'm silly. I've got a couple of good options, though. There's one called Invento that I'm thinking about. That could be a good one. That's probably going to be it, so. Thank you for coming. I hope you have a great rest of your day, night, etc. I hope to see you again very, very soon. Maybe tomorrow at 3 p.m. for the long-awaited continuation of Small Game Sunday. It's been a while. But I love doing it, so. I hope to see you there. Okay.